Time now for the morning rush. 3 people are in police custody following an incident in northwest Albuquerque. Around 8:30 last night, an officer responded to a shots fired call near Coors and I-40. APD received another call about an altercation between 2 cars nearby. Now, one of the vehicles matched the description from the original call. Police arrested 3 suspects and the investigation continues.
A New Mexico daycare will now follow new rules if they want to stay open. In September, Delilah Torres says her boyfriend showed up to Kids Country Place in Las Cruces 15 minutes late. He found the place locked, Torres' daughter inside alone crying for help. CYFD is ordering the staff to do a head count, a sign-in sheet, and training for teachers. Erica.
Here's a look at the weather for today. We'll be staying dry for all of our lower elevations, a couple snow showers in the northern mountains, but breezy conditions for the east side of the state, especially winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour and sunny skies as we head through the day.
The technology for riders who track ART buses is lagging behind. Only one of the city's 3 different ART apps is actually working. That app is the old ABQ Ride app from App City Life. Users need to pick the 777 or 766 routes. You can also track them on your computer. 2 ART buses out of service this morning after recent crashes. Wednesday marked the 6th crash in 13 days, all caused by a driver wrongfully crossing into the path of an ART bus. APD says they've actually given out 177 warnings. Now flags and cones are set up on a portion of Central to keep drivers out of the lanes.
For the 2nd year in a row, the New Mexico Bowl will be without a title sponsor. Now, back in October, ESPN Sports cut ties with the Albuquerque company Dreamhouse Productions after questioning the company's background. Just over 25,000 people were at last year's game, but officials won't tell us how many people they expect this year. The game is on December 21st.
The field of candidates for the next Lobo head football coach down to 3. Sources tell us they are former Lobo and current Arizona State defensive coordinator Danny Gonzalez, TCU's running back coach and former Lobo assistant Curtis Looper, and Kent State head coach Jay Hill.
New enrollment numbers for APS are showing how the next year's budget could be affected. The Journal reports that enrollment numbers were down more than 1,500 from last year. Now, the district's funds are based per student. If the numbers are down, the budget will also go down. However, the numbers were only a 40-day count. Average counts are on the 80th and 120th day, which will determine funding.
New Mexico's U.S. Democratic leader is pushing to lower prescription drug prices. Yesterday, the House passed a bill looking to cut the cost and expand Medicare services. It now moves to the Senate, where some senators claim the bill would limit the number of life-saving cures, coming to the U.S. President Trump says it will be vetoed.
Time is running out for Congress to act on a tax break that benefits New Mexico breweries. In 2017, Congress passed the Craft Beverage Modernization and Tax Reform Act, reducing the federal tax on goods, but that's set to expire at the end of the year. Supporters want lawmakers to either extend it or make it permanent. If they don't, taxes could nearly double.
In just hours, the House Judiciary Committee is expected to vote on the impeachment articles against President Trump. Debate lasted 14 hours yesterday with no vote. Republicans blame the chairman, saying he kept hearing amendments, but Democrats argue Republicans kept offering amendments. None were approved. Erica.
And here's a look at the Metro Threat Index for today. We're seeing cool temperatures this morning, and by later on this afternoon, it's going to be very breezy. We could see winds gusting up to 30 to 35 miles per hour right here in the metro, but other than that, weather's staying quiet.
This morning, an animal cruelty case is closed without the ending that police were hoping for. Back in July, police found Caesar locked inside an Albuquerque home without food or water for 10 days. Investigators could not find the homeowner and the person registered on Caesar's microchip. The case was closed due to a lack of suspect information.
Residents at the Alvado Motel and apartments are waiting to be reimbursed after their cars were booted. On Wednesday, Alvado management told a tow company to boot people using their lot to go to the River of Lights. The company ended up booting residents' cars because they didn't have permits, something the residents didn't get yet.
The diner is officially open at POPEJOY Hall. The hit Broadway musical Waitress is in Albuquerque for the first time. The show is centered on waitress and pie extraordinaire Jenna, who finds herself in an abusive marriage with a surprise pregnancy. The show's music and lyrics are written by Grammy nominee Sarah Bareilles.
On Monday, Bernalillo County Commissioner Maggie Hart-Stebbins says she'll start work as the National Resources Trustee, which is responsible for leading state environmental cleanup efforts. This means her seat on the commission is now open. The governor will appoint her replacement.
Tomorrow, the mayor's office is also hosting a public information session on the newly proposed homeless shelter. This morning, you can weigh in through an online survey where it should be built. Tomorrow's session begins at 9 a.m. at the Convention Center. The city is asking that you register in advance.
Construction of the tiny homes village in Albuquerque will soon begin. The Journal reports a groundbreaking is set to take place next month. Bernalillo County Commissioners recently approved an additional $750,000 for the project. The 30 tiny homes will be built near the Albuquerque Indian Center.
Tomorrow, the Santa Fe National Cemetery will host Wreaths Across America. The annual holiday wreath-laying ceremony is held to honor and remember our nation's veterans. All military branches will be honored, including the Merchant Marines, prisoners of war, and those still missing in action. The ceremony begins at 10 a.m. Erica.
Get a look at the morning drive. There are no accidents to tell you about this morning and no slowdowns either. However, there are a number of road construction projects through town, so allow some extra time.
A Business Insider study shows that listening to too much Christmas music can actually lead to annoyance, boredom, and even distress. Researchers say that when the brain becomes oversaturated with something, it starts to react negatively, especially if you're worried about things like work or money. They add that happy tunes may increase your stress level rather than lower it.
I told you, turn that down.